Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's doing great. Just wanted to touch base again with all my subscribers. If you're new to my channel, my name is Unwana, and every week I try to share some important strategies I am applying to my personal life to increase my personal finance and also create wealth. So if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I share some important content. So thank you very much for being here. So my topic today is, what's the difference between being rich versus being wealthy? Okay, so most times people mix up the two. Most people think because someone is rich that they're also wealthy. So a rich person for me is someone that has access to lots of income. Okay, most rich people have money, but it doesn't mean that they're wealthy. Okay, wealthy people don't worry about money because they have multiple streams of income that can sustain their lifestyle. So when you're rich, you have a high income, and then you're over leveraged. So an example would be, someone who's maybe a surgeon or a top attorney, or anyone who's making multiple six figures. So let's say someone making 150,000 to maybe 400,000, 500,000. What we found out is most of these people, believe it or not, live paycheck to paycheck. You might find that very hard to believe. The reason for this, why most rich people live paycheck to paycheck, just like someone making 40,000 or 50,000 or someone making less than 100,000, is because the more money you make, most people think they have to, match the income with their lifestyle. So for instance, this same individual will end up living in a very affluent neighborhood. They might have a couple exotic cars. They might have even a second home. They might have their kids going to private schools, and they might even belong to the country club. They might dine at very expensive restaurants. They might wear very expensive clothing, and probably don't have enough income producing assets. So their only source of income is their job. Now, what happens when these people lose their job is they have to eventually downsize or have to scramble to find another job. Okay, so being rich does not automatically make you wealthy. But for the average person out there, when they see a rich person, they think that that person is wealthy. Okay, so being rich does not automatically guarantee that you'll be wealthy. For instance, we have people that have won the lottery. Okay, one day they're in debt, they're struggling with their finances, and then all of a sudden, by the next day, they win the lottery and become a multimillionaire. However, most of these people, after maybe 5 years, end up back where they were, or even in a worse situation. Okay, because of poor financial management and poor financial education. So being rich does not mean that you become wealthy. Now let's flip the script and look at someone who's wealthy. Wealthy people don't act like the rich people. Okay, most wealthy people act like they're average individuals out there. They live average lifestyles. They live beyond their below their means, unlike the rich people who live beyond their means. So a wealthy person lives below their means, and then they invest the difference in income producing assets which generate passive income for them. So for instance, they invest in real estate, a lot of real estate, the stock market, other investments that that generate incomes. They start businesses, multiple businesses that generate a lot of cash flow, and then they reinvest those cash flow. So guess what? A wealthy person does not have to wake up and go to work if they don't want to. Okay, because their income is enough to sustain them. So that's what happens when you're wealthy. When you're wealthy, all your income is enough to sustain your lifestyle for an indefinite amount of time. Whereas if you're rich, you're only rich in terms of income, and once that income stops, so goes your lifestyle. Okay, if you can't replace your income. So don't get the difference mixed up. Okay, someone who's rich and someone who's wealthy, they're both two different people, because a wealthy person can sustain their lifestyle, whereas a rich person cannot sustain their lifestyle once their income stops. All right. So my main goal is to strive to be wealthy, not strive to be rich. So a rich person would be out there with some, multiple luxury cars, but a wealthy person might drive an older car, okay, but doesn't mean that they don't have the lifestyle, but they just don't show you that they can afford the lifestyle. All right. So I want to be wealthy, not rich, because when I'm wealthy, that means I have enough income coming in that I can afford anything I want, and I don't have to worry about money. But the rich worry about money. The wealthy don't worry about money because they have multiple sources of income. And as a result of that, they're able to sustain their lifestyle. All right. So if you want to get ahead in life, you want to be wealthy. You want to strive to be wealthy. All right. You don't want to strive to be rich, because most people want to be rich because they try to exhibit, drive the fancy cars, and they live in the big house, or they dine in the, take vacations and all this stuff. That's not being wealthy. Okay. You just have money. That's it. If your income stops today, would you be able to continue that lifestyle? My answer would be no. Okay. Unless you're wealthy. If you're wealthy, then it doesn't matter what happens to the economy. It doesn't matter what happens in society. It doesn't matter what happens, period. You are able to sustain your lifestyle, just like Bill Gates, okay, Warren Buffett. Any of these guys, they are wealthy, okay, they're massively wealthy, okay, because their income and their sources of income can sustain them for hundreds of years, okay. So, but the rich cannot do that. So I'm not saying we all have to strive to be Bill Gates, but I'm not striving to be a Bill Gates. However, I'm striving to be wealthy, where I can sustain myself indefinitely and don't have to get up every morning and run to a job. Okay, so I hope you found this very interesting. Think outside the box. Don't think of being rich, of driving a flashy car, or living in a huge house, or taking annual vacations with your family, or sending your kids to private schools. Don't get me wrong. If you can afford that, please be my guest. Do all those things. However, if you want to have true wealth, you have to do what the wealthy do. Okay. And that's what my channel is all about, sharing, life lessons, and also, inspirational stuff that can help people out there, improve their personal finance, or help them with investment, or investing, and also businesses. So if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right. Give me a thumbs up. And also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I have new content out there. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care.